Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're going to jump into Call of Duty Black Ops 2. It came out in that golden age for the series, but looked ahead to 2025.
Right. And it's almost always mentioned as one of the best ones.
Exactly. So our mission today is pretty simple. What made it so good? Like, what were those core things in multiplayer, campaign, and zombies that people still talk about?
Yeah, and it's clear this wasn't just luck. It was really about the design choices they made back then. We should probably break it down by those, big three modes everyone played.
Makes sense. Let's kick off with multiplayer then. It's funny, going back now, it actually feels kind of slower than the newer CODs, right? No super sprinting or sliding everywhere.
It really does. But that pace worked because the time to kill the TTK was incredibly fast.
Ah, okay. So it's more about reaction time and aim.
Exactly. Gun skill, positioning, that mattered more than, just flying around the map. The controls felt tight, and the maps themselves, they were often wide but had really deliberate cover placed at, key choke points.
Right, funneling the action. And the huge innovation everyone remembers is Pick 10. That system was, well, it was a big deal.
Oh, absolutely revolutionary for COD. Pick 10 was just genius in how flexible it was. You got 10 points, right?
Yeah.
And you spent them on anything your main weapon, attachments, perks, grenades, whatever.
So you could make some really weird classes, like
Yeah.
all perks and just a knife,
Yeah.
or load up on attachment.
Totally. You could double up on perks by ditching grenades or go heavy on your primary weapon. It just gave you, the player, so much control over how you wanted to play. Real variety there.
Okay, but if Pick 10 was so great, why'd they eventually move away from it? Was it just too hard to balance?
Well, balance is always tricky, sure, but the sources kind of suggest it's more fundamental than that. A system that flexible, it clashes a bit with modern monetization, doesn't it?
How so?
Think about the store back then. An entire weapon camo pack was, what, $2?
Yeah, I remember that. So cheap compared to now.
Exactly. Compare that to, a $30 bundle for one operator skin and maybe some weapon blueprints in Warzone today. Pick 10 gave players control, which maybe makes selling pre-packaged, optimized loadouts or, flashy cosmetics tied to specific setups a bit harder. The focus felt different.
Yeah, it felt simpler. Just play the game, no constant pop-ups or complex bundles. That focus on the game seems like it carried over to the campaign too. People still rave about that story.
They do, and it worked, I think, because it was ambitious but also grounded. You had the cool future tech stuff in 2025 with David Mason.
Right, Alex Mason's son.
Yeah, but then you had these flashbacks to the 80s with Alex Mason narrated by an older kind of Broken Woods. That kept it connected to the first Black Ops, gave it real heart.
And the big thing there was choice, actual consequence. Those Strike Force missions, they were different.
They really were those little RTS-style side missions. Whether you succeeded or failed or even skipped them, it directly impacted the main story. Characters could live or die based on what you did.
Yeah. It changed cutscenes, dialogue, even led to completely different endings. You actually wanted to replay it to see the different outcomes. It wasn't just a linear ride.
Precisely. It felt like your actions mattered, which, for a COD campaign then, was pretty fresh.
Okay, so that's MP flexibility and campaign consequence. Let's hit the third pillar, zombies. And the key thing there, the sources say, was this: information gap.
Yeah, the information gap. It sounds negative, maybe, but it was intentional. The game, especially early on, told you basically nothing.
Right, like figuring out perks, or even just how to get out of the starting area on some maps.
Exactly. Think about finding secrets like the hidden perma-perks, or uncovering the steps for the Easter eggs on maps like Mob of the Dead or Origins, or just stumbling into the crazy place in Origins.
You really had to work for it, explore, talk to other players.
That was the reward. The whole philosophy was simple core mechanics, shooting zombies, buying perks, pack-a-punch, but layered with these incredibly deep map-specific systems.
Like the elevators in Die Rise, or the whole afterlife mechanic and building the plane on Mob of the Dead.
Yeah, or the elemental stacks and giant robots in Origins. Each DLC map felt like its own distinct thing. Now, the launch map, Transit, okay, yeah, it had issues. The fog, the denizens, technical limits hurt it.
Oh, God, the denizens. Yeah.
But the idea of discovery was there, and they refined it so well in the later maps.
So, wrapping it all up, it sounds like Black Ops 2 really nailed it by focusing on, well, just being a really fun, player-focused game. The decisions seemed geared towards enhancing the experience, not just, the bottom line.
I think that's a fair summary. It gave players agency in different ways across all three main modes, which actually leads to an interesting final thought for you listening.
Okay.
If Black Ops 2 found so much success by emphasizing player agency through Pick 10's flexibility, the campaign's consequences, and zombies' rewarding discovery, which of those pillars do you think modern gaming relies on the least today? Especially with the focus often being on, say, live services, battle passes, and maybe more curated experiences.
That's a good question to chew on. Flexibility, consequence, or discovery. Which one's faded the most? Something to think about. Okay, that's all for this deep dive.